Boy, Arsenal got shut on by the Magpies yet again. Eddie Howe beat Mikel Arteta yet again. And boy, I hate playing Newcastle, man. They dealt with us at the Emirates. You saw Gordon and Isaac. Lightning struck twice as they did the same thing. You know, it is what it is. And Eddie Howe, I don't know what Mikel Arteta has done to him, but he seems to get his game plan spot on, man. And you know what? Newcastle, like Arsenal Football Club, they're on a trophy drought. They want to win trophies. They were 90 minutes away from a final. Newcastle are a massive club with a very loyal fan base. As I always say, for foreign fans that follow the Premier League, if they ever get the chance to come to England, between a trip to Anfield, where Liverpool's concerned, and obviously St. James's Park with Newcastle, that's probably the best case study of what typical English football is about. And where the atmosphere is concerned, I'm very jealous of that. Eddie Howe's a great manager. Nothing but respect for him. Nothing but respect for Newcastle. Nothing but respect for their players, apart from Trippier, ex-Spurs lad, and everything connected to Newcastle. You lot deserve it. You lot played like a team that needed to come from 2 goals down. You lot kind of showed us the blueprint. Now, for me, with my football club now, somehow you've managed to play worse than the first leg. And I never saw a team that wanted to overcome the odds today and overcome at the time, which was a 2-goal deficit, that rose to the occasion of playing that horrible ground if you're a visiting side, regardless of if they lost to Bournemouth and all of that in Newcastle. Saw the polar opposites from the City game. Yeah, there could be a bit of fatigue, but dead all of that. You're 90 minutes at the very minimum away from a final in a cup which should be a realistic chance of winning, in where, of course, Newcastle have done the business. We all spoke about it before, but you never know. You get an early goal, things could happen. The best bit of defending today was from VAR, which, if you weren't prepared for the occasion, should have been after that moment. I'm not here to scapegoat players. David Raya, you saved us multiple times. That mistake, horrible. That could have easily been Saliba. Saliba, quality player. Not going to turn on you. Terrorized today against Isaac. And to an extent, Gabriel. I think Gabriel and Lewis Skelly were slightly better, but I'm not here to do the he say, she say stuff. Defense, who normally bails us out, weren't good enough. The very few chances we create between Martin Odegaard or whatever wasn't good enough. Midfield rings ran around them. Whole team not at it. Lewis Skelly, probably the best player on the pitch. Horrible. Even Mikel Arteta, I would say tactically, that high line was just being exploited. Anytime Newcastle were dipping forward, you thought they were going to score. And what can I say? It weren't good enough. And even when Mikel Arteta has made changes, it's 15 minutes to go. It's not really going to, apart from the Ethan one, which, again, I hope Martinelli's injury is nothing serious. I hope that Mikel Arteta got word to someone on the pitch that, yo, someone has to come off. This game's gone left. Pretend to be injured, save a bit of face rather than the walk of shame kind of thing. But hey, it goes back to the January transfer market. I can't get mad at Kai Havertz running out wide and missing chances and all these things. I can't get mad at seeing what I'm seeing because we've signed up for this. It's disappointing because I would say that whether we win, lose, or draw, we've got no divine right. If we lost 2-0 today or 0-0 or whatever, and I felt the performance was there, I'd say fair enough. It's down to us. We got to go anyways, but you got to go back to the drawing boards. Never weren't at the races. First touches aren't there. Nervy start, lack of communication, disjointed. You know, Ethan brought any real spark. Sticking to the script for the players and the manager, nothing's changing. And if I say if nothing changes, nothing changes. Now, you lot just get your shower. I'd assume you're going from whatever airport is in Newcastle to Dubai. Go do what you did in Dubai. And that's it. The Champions League is impossible, in my opinion. The Prem is improbable. That being said, I don't want the players to have that thought. Newcastle deserve to be in the final. Hopefully, they'll be fighting Liverpool for that. Then again, I reckon they got more of a chance of beating Spurs, and Spurs bottling would be crazy. But yeah, it's another season that's going to end up trophyless. Listen, I hope we define the odds. I hope we define the odds in the Prem and the Champ myth. And the most disappointing thing today is I never got the vibe that the players wanted to be in a final or at least make things nervous. An early goal against Newcastle is game on. Newcastle from start to finish, quality, bit between their teeth. Everyone, big up, even whatever goal it was where it's come from a goal kick, which felt like the game at the Emirates, come from a goal kick. I think Isaac and Gordon involved, just for the very fact that Murphy is switched on and he's following in. Stupid mistakes at both ends, which you cannot do in a semi-final or any professional game. It's the same old, and isolated to the obvious things that make this game unique. I feel like I'm talking about the same individual and collective things, but it is what it is in that regards, man. You know, the high of beating City, the low of not acting in the transfer market, which probably has a direct correlation to today and all the other negative results. And then obviously going out the cup, which we were out already on paper, but At least make it difficult for Newcastle. But anyways, once again, you have to congratulate Newcastle across the 2 legs, clean sheet. Which, when was the last time we scored against Newcastle at their place? Clean sheet, dealt with the business in the final, have a chance to, right the sins of getting to the final 2 years ago, and obviously end their trophy drought. And again, football means everything. If you're Newcastle, you're happy as Larry. If you're Arsenal, obviously you're damned in the dumps. Football is everything, but there's very few things that are more important than football, and one is obviously, death. R.I.P. Newcastle's Czech Tiote. I'm sure he's smiling from heaven that his former team is in the final. And to be fair to him, I thought at the very minimum it might be one of those crazy 4-4s, man. I didn't think we'd score 3 goals today. I thought we might be able to score 1, see where it goes, maybe take it to extra time and penalties, but it weren't that kind of party. So yeah, congratulations to Newcastle and everything concerned. For Arsenal, a lot of the same issues remain, and there's a lot of issues today. Horrible all over, man. But I ain't gonna waste you lot's time, man. Smash the like button, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts.
Always